Well, here's why I haven't given up when it comes to GALA, even though nothing I say is financial advice, and I'm not telling anyone to do anything here. However, personally for me, I haven't given up because, first of all, I still like the fundamentals. GALA, focus on music, film, focus on games, and also on top of that, we have to consider GALA still has around 200,000 holders. Even though it's around 25 and a half times approximately lower than 10 cents, in my opinion, if things are low, I'd actually be happier for dollar cost averaging reasons only. Now for exiting, I'd be very upset, but I'm not looking to exit anyways. I'm looking to dollar cost average. I'm looking to bring the average down. So this is why I'm personally, even though again, this is only my personal experience, but I am dollar cost averaging once a month. That's it. I don't do any more. I don't do any less. However, when I want a dollar cost average, I'm looking for a lower point anyways. Right? Preferably. I mean, I can't control that. However, if it happens to be the case, I'd be happy for dollar cost averaging. Even though, again, I'm going to use an example that has nothing to do with this. It's like as if I went to Costco and there's a discount. Am I going to complain? No, I'm not. That's basically the way to take a look at it. Now, I think in terms of the amount of projects that are focused on games, I feel like, yes, there's a lot. But in terms of the recognizable and famous ones, it's pretty difficult, I think, finding one, to me at least, that seems fundamentally sound, because there's a lot in terms of the quantity, but in terms of the quality, I don't feel like there's that much. And I feel like as of right now anyways, GALA, even despite this major pullback, in which it's not the only one, right? I mean, even Bitcoin's having a pullback, but I'm just saying, even still despite this, I still do view it as one of the most recognizable and popular projects within that niche when it comes to games. Sure, I mean, it has an aspect of film and music, but that's not really like the big driving factor, right? So I do still like seeing that when it comes to GALA. Again, when it comes to games, it has been a market that historically has been pretty robust, right? It's been through many ups and downs, and it's kind of made it through. We'll wait and see this time around. If, let's say, there is even maybe an altcoin season, we'll have to wait and see hypothetically. However, it still seems like one of the most recognizable markets out there, and GALA, naturally, because it is one of the most popular within that, it's going to be one of the first to really have recognition if the space does come back again, just simply because it's one of the most popular within that niche. And sure, I could easily give up when it comes to this. Like, I don't have to believe in this. However, personally for me, I'm voluntarily choosing to do so because I still like the fundamentals and I still like the niche that it's focused on. Not to mention, again, there's around 200,000 holders. I just don't want to give up like that personally in my mind, even though this is just personally in my case. And at 10 cents, actually, considering current circulating supply, market cap at that point would be around 4.7 billion. Again, it's around 25 and a half times approximately lower than that. Like Bitcoin, is it below 75 grand? Of course. But it's not like over 10 times lower than 200 grand. It's just not. That's the thing. And again, it's not like around a 4.7 billion market cap is that groundbreaking anyways. Take a look at Dogecoin reaching over 80 billion, even at one point back in 2021. This is just my mindset. Also on top of that, even if I just take a look at GALA more specifically, in terms of market cap, it actually reached around 4.5 billion back in 2021 in terms of market cap. So is this really something so ridiculous? Just exceeding that market cap basically if there is a hypothetical altcoin season by around 200 million? I don't know if 4.7 billion sounds that ridiculous to me, especially compared to what it reached back in 2021, around 4.5 billion in terms of market cap. However, people like to tell me, well, there's more competitors as of right now than before. True. However, in terms of the quality ones within the niche of games, I feel like when it comes to GALA, it's still one of the most recognizable ones. The core group of them that was around back in 2021, they're kind of more or less still the popular ones right now. So it's not like there's that many that increased in terms of the quality. The only thing I can do is wait. That's it. But if I feel like the fundamentals are there and all I have to do is literally wait, I feel like that's the easy part for me. The hard part was kind of discovering and looking into the project personally for me. Waiting, I feel like it's just whatever. It's like waiting, whatever, right? That's the way to take a look at it. But again, I'm not telling anyone to do anything here. I'm still going to stay patient. I'm still going to be dollar cost averaging once a month. And that's it. I'll wait and see what happens. But I simply haven't given up when it comes to GALA. But I'm not telling anyone to do anything. This is just my personal perspective.